Hi there, Nooblet, and welcome back to DML. So at the moment I am on level 3 of the Cinnamon and Ice event, and it's been pretty easy so far, mainly because, you know, the team that we have on mobile is super even. Like, we have about 8 different dragons, I think, that are around about 30 plus, with our highest being around about 34, 35-ish. So overall, these fights have been super easy. These boss fights, though, on mobile can actually be a little bit tricky sometimes. Like, I've had a few close calls, not gonna lie. It's been a little bit scary, but we've still gotten through them without much of an issue. So, on this level, it's the same as it was last year because, last time I did say, is this the same event as last time? Yeah, it turns out that this is the exact same map and the exact same event that we have had in the past, which is why all of the dialogue in this event is incorrect. And, you know, I have done my big ramblings about repeating events without changing any dialogue or any mechanics at all. I have had my big moans about that before, so, I don't know, it just seems like this is the new trend coming from Game Off with the game. Instead of us getting a new original event every special period, it feels like instead we are just getting the old events given to us, and pretty much no difference is being made because the element requirements are apparently exactly the same, tile costs are exactly the same, and the dialogue, like I said, is exactly the same, which makes this event literally incorrect because the dragons we're facing are different for some of the boss fights. But hey, I mean, at least we're getting a Christmas event, right? The only thing that probably could have made this event any worse would have been if we'd have been given a divine event instead. Although saying that, I at least want to see them change the dialogue sections that are incorrect before they put out an entire event to however many people are left playing this game. Like, legitimately. You can't just sit there and not even change your dialogue for the people that are playing your video game, but anyway, I mean, it's to be expected at this point. It's not like I've been saying for the last 4 months or so that we're just gonna get repeat events that are just gonna keep getting worse and worse, but hey. Anyways, this is how our account is doing with some of these fights here, because we've got the Rust Dragon, we've got the Reindeer, and basically all of these fights will take forever, but eventually we will come out on top because our team is just better than the enemy team. And so this is a good example as to why I often say that metal and earth dragons in particular go really well together, and pairing with that, water is almost essential for this to work properly, because you can see that against these opponents, basically we just shield up, then throw metal on ourselves as well, and we just hope and pray that they actually hit us until they kill themselves. The only problem with this is when the enemies have things like plant, shadow, and most importantly burnout is the worst one that they could have, but the water in particular will save you against those ones, which is why if you're ever going to build a defensive team, you can see that even with 2 dragons it can work super well if you do it properly. Although, you know, the main goal for a lot of these fights is just going to be hope that they kill themselves. If they do not, hope that we can build Dragon Fury before anything bad happens. So, you know, it is good to be able to try out some of this stuff on our secondary account because, I mean, I do not have a single high-level metal dragon on my main, and since the metal element buffs, I have wanted to try them out properly, but this is the best that we have, really. We've got a Rust Dragon and, like, a Golden Crow Dragon to test it out with. But hey, you know, if you're someone that's never really thought of using a defensive team, especially, you know, I advocate for really aggressive teams all the time, because, I mean, if you can one-shot your opponent, why the hell not, right? But metal, if you have double metal like here, for example, the enemies are just gonna take like 60% of their health every single time they attack. Sometimes more, depending on if they kill anything. But easy peasy lemon squeezy as soon as we get that double metal. So I have been enjoying it. If nothing else about this event, this is something I have been enjoying quite a bit. Being able to go back on this low level account, just mess around a bit, do whatever. It's kind of fun. So that is as far as we can go in level 3 for now. We don't have the points to open that final chest. Oh god, I can't believe that we keep going back to the old event formula as well. Considering that was supposed to be changed and fixed and everything. Oh well. You know, we might as well just make the rest of our team like the same level. So we've got our reindeer leveled up there and where's our golden crow, by the way? Our Rush Dragon's level 32, so he's fine. But is it up here? No. Oh, we have plant habitats here. There we go. Oh, that took a little while for me to find him. But yeah, if we can afford it, I'll just pop him up to level 32. So if we do get any energy fights, I don't remember what was for the event, but we should be fine then. So overall, you're probably guessing, but I'm not having the most enjoyable experience with these events that have been coming up. But hey, I guess we get to do them again. And I'm going to put Burnout onto our main guy here. I mean, he's never really needed it because he just one-shots everything anyway. But why not? And plus now, if we pop them in the academy, we can still fight with them. Thank you for that update. Oh, it's beautiful. And onto some more sort of disappointing news. You know, I didn't even realize when I first looked at this, but the Gathering Frost collection, you know, the one where you need to get the Cinnamon Dragon and the Little Angel out of it, and the Snow Globe Dragon to actually complete that collection. Well, unfortunately, the event lasts for 9 days, but the Gathering Frost collection only lasts for 6. So, you're probably thinking, yeah, well, what does that mean, Quacks? Well, basically, what it means is if you don't finish the Cinnamon and Ice event and hatch all the dragons within the next 6 days, you literally cannot do this Gathering Frost collection. And so then you might be like, wait, but isn't the event longer than that? Like, the total time for that collection? And the answer is, yeah, basically. Unless you are literally hitting every single reset, you are probably not going to be able to finish off that collection. And so I have had a lot of people messaging me saying that isn't this absurd that they have literally masqueraded this as a new event type, but it's actually completely pay to win. And unless it is an error at some point, but I have no idea why they would choose to do it this way. Like, you get a Frost Fairy. Cool, who cares? It's a mediocre epic dragon. Like, if this was actually a really good epic dragon, then maybe more people would be willing to, you know, invest a lot of gems to all the hatching and that. But having to hatch them and having to do the event within a very limited time frame, I don't know why they've done that. I don't know why they do it. Pretty disappointing, to be honest with you, but hey. I just need to steer clear of all the badness going on in DML. I mean, that's what I have Smash for, right? I mean, I have been dedicating, like, as much of my time as physically possible to playing Smash instead of playing DML. Not to avoid DML itself, but, you know, I've just been elsewhere. And then, you know, you come back to a game like this and it's like, why are you so broken? Why are you so bad? Why does your dialogue not even make sense? Maybe I'm beginning to lose all semblance of hope and faith at this point. But, you know, that's what annoys me so much. We have all of these very, very, well, annoying things is the nicest way to put it. Things happening in DML recently, but then they gave us the update last week that was such a good feel-good change. The UI changes were nice, I guess. They weren't really the things on the top priority of the list, I would say, but like the breeding den update, the ability to put dragons in the academy and still use them at the same time for other things was such a good update. Especially for people that are still leveling up in the lower levels. And then they do this! Like, maybe it's because all of their time went into creating the new UI and implementation and stuff like that, but it's still really annoying, because I thought the special events in this game were supposed to feel exactly like that. Special. Except, every single time I'm seeing a new event, I'm like, I don't really want to participate, to be honest. The reason I keep coming back to DML, personally, is purely for enchanting the team to max level, and it is for the breeding. And I do have the second breeding den at the moment, so obviously on PC that's going to feel a little bit better for me. But the events, just more and more over time, I feel less and less and less inclined to actually want to participate. Especially for me. Like, I get that for people that weren't here for the events in the past, having the event come back again, at least then they don't have to feel left out, right? But why not just continue with the old model that they were doing, where you bring out new events with new dragons, and you bring out the old dragons in these collection events that are actually attainable or doable. But no, I guess instead we'll get a collection event where we can't even finish it. Feels good, man. Plus, there was a massive, massive uproar about the ticket generator thing, or point generator, whatever it is. It's not even on sale anymore, but you know the thing that gives you event currency? Apparently that wasn't really working for everyone, and it basically took their money and didn't give them the item, and then everyone had to go through CC or something. CC is customer cake, or customer care, depends on what you prefer to call it. But man, there's just so many annoying things. I need to cleanse. How can we cleanse? Joko, tell us. Inform me, how do we do it? Speaking of which, Joko is very close to being upgraded. It's just, you know, getting those last few divine mats is gonna be a pain in the butt cheeks. So, however, we'll swap up some of these legendary, and yeah, sure, we'll swap up as many shadow as we can. We've got 7 out of 30 now. That's gonna take a while. Collecting another 22 legendary mats is also going to be a massive pain, but hey, we will continue on in the future when we have more trinkets. But anyway, that is what has been going on in DML as of recently for me. I'm not sure how you've been going. I'm not even trying to breed the block dragon, literally. I don't care about the Gathering Light collection either. I just really want to get a hold of this ice spike, and it is not coming out. 2 breeding dens, like 30 failed attempts or something. Beginning to get on my nerves a little bit. So, best of luck to me, best of luck to you. Keep going in the event, and, I don't know. Do something nice for yourself. I don't know, have a Mountain Dew. I have one right next to me, but whatever. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and until next time, I will see you then.